Yeah, what a dang dizzily doo wop. I am Zachary, the Palsy Papa, and this is the daily decompression. How you doing? We're gonna try a no glasses vid because glasses be irritating. Bug out of me in these monologues. I think there's no way around it in the um longer like gaming videos, but um I think there's really no need for it in the shorter form videos, except for make sure my clicker button in the right spot real quick. That would suck. All right, cool, cool, cool. Everything is cool for the entire vid. We good. We so something I don't normally do is record two videos in a single day. Um, that doesn't happen at all, really. Um, I really typically mash out a video and let it ride until the next day. But after we recorded the video that you guys will see have seen yesterday, uh, me and Fire sat around talking about the channel, kind of getting some thoughts together about where I wanted to go with the channel and his thoughts on where it was and what we do and things like that. Because and I just want to point this out. Um, most of the content you see will feature me and me alone, and I am the host of this channel, but I could not do it without the support of the people who I call my friend and my brother and my wife and everybody who's liked the videos, subscribed to the videos, watches the videos. I really couldn't do it without you guys, and I appreciate you so very much. As we were watching these, or as we were going through, and I guess I sort of spoiled it there a little bit. As we were going through the channel and kind of talking about it, I wanted to see where I came up in certain YouTube searches. So I started searching things like Cerebral Palsy Games, Cerebral Palsy Gamer, Papa Palsy. By the way, I'm the first 10 or 11 results if I look at Papa Palsy specifically. So that felt pretty good. But as I started to look up Cerebral Palsy Gamer, there are a couple other channels out there. And I I would link them in the description box, but I want to make sure that they're cool being associated with the channel like they did what I'm doing before I start promoting them. But I do want to sort of build that network of people with disabilities on YouTube. I want to build that network. Something I noticed though that one particular channel I think really hit home for me. Mans has one video where he's on camera. One video. And it's the intro video to his channel. And I don't want to speak for him, but those that particular video has the comments turned off and so on and so forth. I don't want to speak for him and make a bigger deal out of a molehill, you feel me? But the first thing that hit me after I saw how young dude is oh wait, he's low key ashamed a little bit of having cerebral palsy or maybe a disability in general. Um, and maybe it's me projecting a little bit because I know at his age I was very ashamed. For lack of a better word, I was ashamed. And I missed opportunities like going on Kids, which was a very prominent trip that um, this radio DJ, Kid Craddock, rest in peace, my guy. You're an inspiration. You are one of the main reasons I wanted to be in radio growing up, and really where I draw the inspiration to keep doing this. And I missed the opportunity to do that because I never wanted anybody to apply. I wasn't really into um like getting things out of my disability. Or at least that's what I like to tell myself and that's what I'd like to believe. But the truth is I was ashamed. And I really hope I don't cry in this video. I really sincerely hope I don't cry in this video. I'm getting a little misty right now. But I was ashamed of having cerebral palsy. And nobody should be ashamed of something they can't change. You shouldn't be ashamed of your hair color, your eye color, your height, anything you can't change about yourself, your skin color, um, anything you can't change, you shouldn't walk around being ashamed of that. And for a large portion of my young adult life, I felt ashamed. And I covered that up a lot with humor. I made fun of myself. I poked fun at my disability. And I still kind of do in a way. And I think we've talked about a couple of times on this channel um, how that shame creeps up still in my adult life. But I want to talk a little bit about how I feel like I got over it and how I feel like you can too. Primary way you do that is you got to start putting yourself out there. I started doing this through music. I was in radio for a little bit. And what you will start to realize is that if you're doing a thing like music or radio or YouTube or you're putting yourself out there, people will start to, of course, you're going to get some looks, some questions. You're going to have to answer some questions about your disability, about the thing that makes you different. You're going to have to answer questions about the thing that you might be ashamed about. But you'll start to realize that people are really um, digging what you're doing because you're gonna have people who like what you do if you are passionate about it. So find something you're passionate about and go put yourself out there. You go put yourself out there. Go do it. The first opportunity I missed at this was I missed an opportunity to be in the Special Olympics in late middle school. I guess it was seventh grade. Seventh grade, I guess. Excuse me, I need some coffee. You think I'd drink all I need to drink before video starts, but nah, that's not how this channel rolls. This channel, basically, I can go live every video if I wanted to and get a similar product. But I missed that opportunity, and you'll hear me say in the interview with Christine that I was uncomfortable around people with disability. But a lot of it was, if I'm honest, I was ashamed to be known as a disabled kid or a kid with disability. I wanted to just to be a kid. So I'm ashamed of this thing I can't change, and I'm trying to cover the best I can with humor, and I'm trying to it never really goes away. It never really changes until I started to go out and really put myself out there. And it started, I guess, when I got my first job at the Mickey Doodles, McDonald's, Mickey D. You feel me? Um, I was a cashier, and I've talked about that a little bit on this channel. I think, I hope at some point. Um, it's so difficult to remember even within the first month of the channel exactly what I've talked about and what I haven't. But I got my first job, and I was just a nice cashier. People liked having me around. Um, I was good to the customers. Always had a real good experience. I was good at my job. Um, but I made some acquaintances. I won't even call them friends because it's not like we ever hung out outside of work. But with the humor and the jokes, it was a nice time. You dig? Um, but because I was covering up what I was ashamed about and like deflecting from it and not owning up to it in the right way, a lot of my connections were very, very, very shallow. And I didn't really start to make deep connections. And I had a few good friends, but I had a very few. Um, one of them commented on my VR video. I've known that man since we were in the 6th grade. And if you watch this video, Aaron, I want you to know that our friendship I value um, more than you'll ever know because without you and without Matt, I don't think I make it um, very easily through middle school because you guys hung out with me for me as a person, and I didn't have to make jokes. I didn't have to self-deprecate. I didn't have to deflect. I could be myself, and I value that a lot. And you've got to find those opportunities to be yourself. And then you've got to reach a point where if someone doesn't like you for you, well, they're just not for you then. They're just not about it. And I'm not saying everybody should go out and start a YouTube channel, but I'm saying if you do, don't be afraid to show those aspects of your life that you might have been deflecting or be ashamed of. Show yourself on camera. Be disabled on YouTube. Be a person with disabilities on YouTube. I'm really trying to change that language because I really hate the term disabled because I'm not disabled. I'm not like shut off. I have a disability, but I am not disabled. I'm trying to be very conscious about that, which is why you hear me correct it every time I say it. Be a person with disability on YouTube, on stage, at an open mic at a comedy show, singing, dancing, doing whatever you want to do. Be yourself and don't let any amount of discomfort about those things that which you cannot change stop you from doing that. Don't do it. And I know it's hard and you're going to need support. You're going to need people who are in your corner. But you don't want people who are in your corner like some carny sideshow. They're hoping to like attach themselves to, for me, the handicap rapper, handicap YouTuber, and they're hoping that catch some lick and break them off. You want your support to come from people who love you for you. Find those people in your life. Maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your dad, maybe it's your brother, maybe it's your sister, maybe it's your closest friend. And maybe it's none of those. Maybe it's somebody you haven't met yet. And if I can be that cheerleader for you, fucking, let me be that cheerleader for you. I am rooting for every one of you out there who are trying to do something bigger, better, trying to be you out there with a disability. Anything about yourself you can't change, anything that you think you would want to change, you are ashamed of in your life that you didn't bring on yourself, and it's just the cards you were dealt, so to speak. Please understand that I am here rooting for every one of you. I want to see success. I want to see happiness. I want to see contentment. I want you to have everything you want in life and then some. Fucking feel me. Let me be that for you. If I'm that dude, let me be that dude. Let me be that dude. But don't just get that support from people you're not gonna see every day. And I'm starting up a Discord too, and I'm on Discord a lot. Um, so if you guys want the link to the Papa Palsy Porch Discord, let me know, and I'll start dropping the link in the description. It's not really set up yet, but I want to start a community where that shame BS is not tolerated. I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of that you can't control. Sure, are there things about myself that I can control that are kind of shameful? My weight is one. Um, kind of shameful. Uh, but I'm not ashamed of those things I can. I'm not ashamed that most of this hair right here, fucking, is gray. I ain't ever coloring that. You feel me? Because I'm not ashamed of it. I could I could cover it up, but I can't control it. I can't stop it. And that's the thing. Um, and it's actually a good example, by the way, because that's the thing. There's a difference between things you can control and things you can cover up and hide. Oh, my pot of coffee almost fell, fucking. That was not good, but I'm glad it didn't. Did I spill? Oh, I spilled a little. Too bad. I'll clean it up later. Or I'll clean it up after the video or whatever. Whatever. I'll find a towel or something. But I stopped hiding my disability, and in some senses, I started putting it out there so that people couldn't weaponize it against me. They couldn't um, say things about me I hadn't already said about myself. They couldn't um, do wop diddy diddy dum diddy do. You feel me? I don't really know where I was going there, but I couldn't think of the word. They couldn't do to me what I hadn't already done to myself. So all the jokes were disarmed. And at some point, I went from the handsome handicap as a rapper to Zeke the Geek as a rapper to Zeke the G as a rapper. And if I was to release music right now, I would just be Zachary D. And that is me, man. There's no pseudonym, no. That is my first name and middle initial. First name, middle initial. That's me. There are no more layers between me and you guys or me and the world. And at some point, to really kill the shame, you have to break those layers. Break them down. I'm not saying that you have to share everything about your life with every fucking you meet, or you need to monologue like I'm doing everything about your life with every fucking you meet. Put it all out there for everybody. But when you interact with someone, there should be no layers between you and them. Break down that wall. And if there are layers, you should seek to make someone as comfortable as you can so that there are less layers between you and them. And it's hard, and it takes work, and it takes tears, and it takes crying and crying and anger and this, that, and the third. But I am incredibly vulnerable. Um, I feel very deeply, and that makes what I'm telling you guys to do even harder because there will be many times I cry on this channel, I promise. I'm not I'm not one of those people who will say, "I ain't ever cry. I'm too hard for that fucking like ugh." No. That's unreasonable. Be authentically you because you have nothing to be ashamed about. I promise. Be authentically you because you have nothing in the world to be ashamed about. I promise. Let me tell you, this was an important video to make. So important that it's the second video I've made today. But I hope that somebody out there who's feeling shame or something they can't change, whether it be a disability or what have you, find some comfort in this video to go put themselves out there. Talk to a person you might not talk to. Go to a place you might not have gone. Go be you. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you lick that like button, scribble that subscribe button, tickle that notification pick, commentate on the video. Let's be supportive to one another. Build each other up, make each other feel comfortable to be authentically them. But until then, don't be tripping, because I'm still tripping. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye.